we are going to talk about something that you may have noticed, either in yourself or in an older loved one. It is a subtle but distinct change that can happen as we journey through our 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. I'm talking about a change in our natural body scent. This is not about a lack of hygiene or poor cleanliness. It is a specific, unique aroma, often described as being a bit grassy, or greasy, or even a little bit like old books. It is a scent that seems to linger on the skin and on fabrics, even after a shower. For decades, this phenomenon was often dismissed or whispered about, sometimes unkindly, as just the smell of old age. It has been a source of quiet anxiety and self-consciousness for countless older adults who are doing everything right, bathing regularly, using deodorants, and keeping their homes and clothes clean, yet still feel that this scent persists. It can be a deeply frustrating and confidence-damaging experience. Today we are going to pull this topic out of the shadows and into the clear, compassionate light of science and understanding. We are going to learn that this scent is a real, documented, and normal biological phenomenon. It has a name, and it has a specific chemical cause. We are going to demystify the age scent, and in doing so, we are going to strip it of its power to cause shame or embarrassment. But we are not going to stop there. The most important part of our conversation will be to uncover a surprising truth. There is a single, very common shower mistake that many of us are making, with the best of intentions, that can actually make this scent more pronounced. And then, most importantly, we will explore the simple, gentle, and effective solutions you can implement, starting with your very next shower, to manage this scent and to promote healthy, vibrant, and comfortable skin. Before we begin this important and personal exploration, I must state with the utmost clarity that this information is for educational purposes. It is designed to empower you with knowledge and to help you understand the natural changes in your body. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice. If you have concerns about a significant or sudden change in body odor, it is always a good idea to speak with your doctor to rule out any underlying medical conditions. Today, our goal is to provide comfort, clarity, and practical solutions for a very normal part of the human aging process. So, let us begin this journey of understanding together, and learn how to care for our skin in a way that honors its wisdom and supports its health for all the years to come. So what is this age scent? Is it just a figment of our imagination? Absolutely not. This is a real phenomenon that was first scientifically identified and named by a team of researchers in Japan back in 2001. They gave this specific scent its scientific name, nanino, spelled nanale. The discovery of nanino was a breakthrough because it confirmed that the change in scent associated with aging is not related to poor hygiene. It is the result of a specific chemical change that happens on the surface of our skin. To understand nanino, we need to understand a little bit about the beautiful, complex ecosystem that is our skin. Our skin produces natural oils, a substance called sebum, which is essential for keeping our skin hydrated, protected, and supple. Within this sebum, there are fatty acids, specifically a type called omega-7 unsaturated fatty acids. These are a normal and healthy component of our skin's oils. As we age, two things happen simultaneously. First, the antioxidant defenses of our skin naturally begin to decline. Our skin becomes a little less efficient at protecting itself from oxidative stress. Second, the chemical composition of our skin's oils can change, and these omega-7 fatty acids can become more prevalent. Now here is where the chemistry happens. When these specific omega-7 fatty acids on the surface of our skin come into contact with the air, they begin to oxidize. This is the very same chemical process that causes oils in your kitchen to go rancid over time. This process of oxidation breaks down the fatty acids, and one of the specific byproducts of this chemical reaction is a single, unique aldehyde molecule called 2-nonenal. This molecule, nonenal, is what has that distinct, greasy, grassy, or cardboard-like scent. And here is the crucial part of the puzzle. Nonenal is not water-soluble. This means that a simple rinse with water is not enough to wash it away. It clings to the skin and can transfer to fabrics like our pajamas and our bed sheets, which is why the scent can seem so persistent. This entire process is a normal, involuntary part of the skin's aging journey. It has absolutely nothing to do with how often you bathe or how clean you are. It is simply a shift in your skin's chemistry. Understanding this is the first and most important step in removing any sense of shame. You are not doing anything wrong. Your body is simply following its natural, biological blueprint. Now this brings us to the most important question. If this is a natural process, is there anything we can do about it? The answer is a resounding yes. While we may not be able to stop the production of nonenal completely, we can take simple, effective steps to manage it and to support our skin's health. And this starts by identifying the number one shower mistake that, with the very best of intentions, is actually making the problem worse. This mistake is rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of what our skin needs as it matures. The mistake is this: we are using soaps that are too harsh. I want you to think about the kind of soap many of us grew up with, and perhaps still have in our shower today. We often reach for strong, antibacterial soaps, or classic deodorant bar soaps. We associate that squeaky clean feeling and that strong, perfumed lather with being truly clean. When we notice a persistent body odor, our first instinct is often to scrub harder, and to use an even stronger, more powerful soap to try and eliminate it. We believe we need to be more aggressive to solve the problem. This approach, however, is the exact opposite of what our aging skin needs, and it can create a vicious cycle that actually makes the nonenal scent more pronounced. Here's why. These harsh soaps, particularly those with strong antibacterial agents like triclosan or a high pH level, are what's known as surfactants. Their job is to strip away oil and grime. The problem is, they are not very intelligent. They cannot distinguish between the dirt and the natural, essential oils that form our skin's protective barrier, which is often called the acid mantle. When you use a harsh soap, you are effectively carpet bombing your skin's delicate ecosystem. You are stripping away not just the nonenal, but also the vital protective oils that keep your skin hydrated and healthy. This aggressive stripping action does two very damaging things. First, it leaves your skin incredibly dry, tight, and irritated. Dry, compromised skin is unhealthy skin. It is more prone to cracks, to itchiness, and to inflammation. This overall state of poor skin health can actually exacerbate the underlying issues that contribute to nonenal production. Second, and this is the vicious cycle part, when you strip all the natural oils from your skin, your body's oil glands, the sebaceous glands, can sometimes go into panic mode. They receive a signal that the skin is dry and unprotected, and their response can be to overproduce oil to try and compensate for what has been lost. This rebound oil production can, in some cases, lead to an even greater concentration of the very fatty acids that are the precursors to nonenal. So, in our desperate attempt to scrub the scent away, we are creating the perfect conditions for it to come back, sometimes even stronger, on skin that is now dry, irritated, and unhealthy. Breaking this cycle is the single most important step we can take, and it begins with a simple, compassionate act: putting down the harsh soap. So if we are retiring our harsh, stripping soaps, what should we be reaching for instead? This brings us to our first and most critical solution. Switch to a gentle, pH-balanced, moisturizing cleanser. The goal of cleansing our skin as we age is not to strip it, but to gently remove impurities while respecting and supporting its natural protective barrier. We need to become conscious consumers and look for products that are specifically designed for this purpose. There are 3 key phrases I want you to look for when you are in the soap aisle. The first phrase is pH balanced. Healthy skin has a naturally acidic pH, usually somewhere between 4.5 and 5.5. This slight acidity is a crucial part of the skin's protective barrier, helping to fend off harmful bacteria and to keep the skin's ecosystem in balance. Many traditional bar soaps have a very high, alkaline pH, sometimes as high as 9 or 10. Using these alkaline soaps is like putting a chemical stressor on your skin every single day, disrupting its natural state. A pH-balanced cleanser will be much closer to your skin's natural state, meaning it cleanses without causing this disruption. The second phrase to look for is soap-free or non-soap cleanser. This might sound strange, but many of the best cleansers for mature skin are not technically soaps at all. They are what's known as synthets, which is short for synthetic detergents. While the word detergent might sound harsh, in this context, it refers to a class of very mild, gentle cleansing agents that are able to clean the skin effectively without the stripping, Alkaline properties of traditional soap. The third, and perhaps most important, thing to look for is the inclusion of moisturizing ingredients right in the cleanser itself. We want a product that is depositing moisture and lipids back onto the skin at the same time as it is cleansing. So I want you to look for ingredients on the label like glycerin, hyaluronic acid, ceramides, shea butter, or natural oils. These are all humectants and emollients that help to hydrate and soften the skin. Let's talk about some specific, readily available examples that fit this profile. A classic and wonderful choice is the Dove Beauty Bar. It is important to note that this is not a soap. Dove markets it as a beauty bar, and it is made with 1/4 moisturizing cream. It is a very gentle, pH-neutral syndic cleanser that cleans effectively without stripping the skin. Another gold standard, often recommended by dermatologists, is the line of cleansers from Cetaphil or CeraVe. Their gentle skin cleansers are soap-free, fragrance-free, and specifically formulated to be non-irritating. They are loaded with ingredients like ceramides and hyaluronic acid, which help to repair and maintain the skin's natural barrier. When you use one of these cleansers, you will notice a very different feeling after your shower. Your skin will not feel squeaky clean and tight. It will feel soft, supple, and comfortable. This is the feeling of healthy, respected skin. This simple switch is the most powerful move you can make. You are turning your daily shower from a daily act of stripping and stressing your skin into a daily act of nourishing and supporting it. Our second solution is a direct and essential follow-up to our first. It is a habit that must become an absolute non-negotiable part of your post-shower routine. The solution is this: moisturize immediately and generously. I want you to think of cleansing and moisturizing not as two separate events, but as two halves of a single, unified process. Cleansing removes impurities, and moisturizing immediately after replenishes the protective barrier and seals in hydration. This is particularly critical for mature skin, which naturally produces less of its own oils and is more prone to dryness. And there is a golden window of opportunity for this. The most effective time to apply moisturizer is within the first 3 minutes of getting out of the shower. Here's why that timing is so crucial. When you are in the shower, your skin absorbs some of the water. When you get out and gently pat your skin dry, and I do mean pat, not vigorously rub, your skin is still slightly damp. It is plump with that surface-level hydration. This is the moment of maximum opportunity. Applying your moisturizer to this slightly damp skin does two things. First, it allows the moisturizer to spread more easily and to be absorbed more effectively. Second, and most importantly, it acts as a sealant. The occlusive ingredients in the moisturizer, things like oils or shea butter, create a barrier on the surface of your skin that traps that precious water from the shower, locking it into your skin and preventing it from evaporating into the air. If you wait until your skin is bone dry, you have lost that opportunity. You are then just moisturizing dry skin, which is far less effective than sealing in existing hydration. So, what kind of moisturizer should you be using? This is the time to choose a rich, nourishing cream or ointment rather than a thin, watery lotion. Again, we are going to look for those powerhouse ingredients. Look for products that contain ceramides. Ceramides are lipids, or fats, that are a natural component of your skin's barrier. Think of them as the mortar that holds the skin cell bricks together. Replenishing ceramides helps to repair and strengthen that barrier. Hyaluronic acid is another superstar ingredient. It is a humectant, which means it acts like a tiny sponge, drawing moisture from the air and holding it in your skin. And then look for emollients and occlusives, ingredients like shea butter, petrolatum, which is the main ingredient in Vaseline, and is one of the most effective and non-irritating occlusives available, or natural oils like jojoba or coconut oil. Make this a full-body ritual. As soon as you step out of the shower and gently pat your skin so it's no longer dripping but is still damp, begin the process. Pay special attention to areas that tend to get particularly dry, like your lower legs, your elbows, and your arms. Don't be shy with the amount you use. Your skin will thank you for it. This daily act of moisturizing is not just about feeling soft. It is a fundamental act of skin health. A well-hydrated, well-moisturized skin barrier is a healthy skin barrier. It is less prone to irritation. It is less prone to the oxidative stress that contributes to noninol production. And it is a skin that feels comfortable and at ease. This simple 3-minute ritual can completely transform the health and feel of your skin, and it is the essential second step in managing the age scent effectively. Our third solution involves a thoughtful adjustment to the mechanics of our shower itself, and a focus on one specific area of our body. The solution is, take shorter, cooler showers and pay special attention to cleansing key areas. For many of us, a long, steaming hot shower can feel like one of life's great luxuries. It can feel wonderfully relaxing on sore muscles and joints. However, for the health of our skin, especially mature skin, very hot water can be another form of stripping and stress. Hot water is very effective at dissolving the natural, protective oils on our skin's surface. A long, hot shower, even with a gentle cleanser, can contribute to dryness, irritation, and a compromised skin barrier. The simple adjustment is to turn down the temperature just a bit. You don't need to take a cold shower. Aim for a temperature that is comfortably warm, but not steaming hot. Try to also limit the duration of your shower. 10 to 15 minutes is plenty of time to get clean without overexposing your skin to the drying effects of the water. Now, let's talk about where to focus your cleansing efforts. While it's important to cleanse your whole body, there are certain areas where our sweat and oil glands are more concentrated, and where bacteria are more likely to thrive. These are the areas that are the primary contributors to general body odor, as distinct from the specific non-anal scent. The key areas to focus your gentle cleanser on are your armpits, your groin area, and your feet. These are the places that need a thorough but gentle cleansing every day. For the rest of your body, your arms, your legs, your back, your torso, a simple, gentle wash is usually sufficient. These areas do not typically produce a lot of odor-causing sweat, and they are also the areas most prone to dryness. Overwashing these areas is a common cause of dry, itchy winter skin. This is not about being unhygienic. It is about being strategic and intelligent in your cleansing. Furthermore, let's connect this back to the specific issue of non-anal. We know that non-anal is a byproduct of the oxidation of lipids on our skin. While it can occur all over the body, it tends to be more concentrated in areas where our sebaceous, or oil, glands are most active. These areas include the scalp, the forehead, the back of the neck, and the upper back and chest. So, when you are washing, it's a good idea to pay special, gentle attention to these areas. This is also why washing your hair regularly with a gentle shampoo is an important part of the strategy, as the scalp is a major site of sebum production. By taking slightly cooler, shorter showers and by focusing our cleansing efforts on the areas that need it most, we can achieve a perfect balance. We can effectively remove impurities and odor-causing bacteria, without causing the collateral damage of stripping our entire body of its essential, protective oils. It is a smarter, more